So you got CVS 1, UPS 2, Chinese Ding Ding 3.
Before we begin, let's thank our great sponsors. And if you want information on how to become one, you can go to jasonbailey.com. Much love to Inspect All Pest Services, because bugs, termites, and critters, they don't belong in your house. Inspect All handles pest control, termite protection, and wildlife removal. Here's the number one reason to use them. One company that does it right the first time. Bonus, they also take care of insulation, pressure washing, and gutter maintenance all across Atlanta. Less calls, less stress, better results. InspectAllServices.com. If life makes you Google lawyer, call the Aurora Law Firm. Led by the Mad Dog, Manny Aurora, this Georgia-based team handles criminal defense, white-collar cases, DUI, expungements, and more. Nationwide. Number one reason to call the Mad Dog, they know the system and how to beat it. The Aurora Law Firm, because oops needs backup. TheAuroraLawFirm.com. Life gets heavy. Stress, work, relationships, all of it. That's where Ridgeline Counseling can help. Led by Dr. David Markwell and a team of 10 therapists, Ridgeline offers in-person sessions at 3 of his Georgia locations: East Cobb, Marietta, and McKaysville, or virtual visits wherever you're at and most comfortable with. Number one reason to choose Ridgeline, you don't have to do it alone. Ridgeline Counseling. Real help when you need it. MarkwellTherapy.com. Power goes out, not at your house, if you call Alternate Power Solutions. They're a family-owned Generac generator dealer, founded in 2012, handling sales, installation, service, and repair for home standby and portable generators across Georgia and Tennessee. Here's the number one reason to use them. You don't pay a dime until the job is done and you're 100% happy. Every customer gets an upgraded warranty, free monitoring with a service contract, flexible financing, and they actually keep generators and parts in stock, plus an A+ rating with the BBB. All you have to do is call 770-853-7571 or visit poweringgeorgia.com for a free home assessment. Use the discount code Bailey for $500 off your entire installation. Alternate Power Solutions, because losing power shouldn't mean losing your mind. BVM, Better Version Media. If you're looking to brand and or market your business in Orlando, use a multi-channel approach to target key areas and potential customers through digital, print, and an online presence, including listings, reviews, and an AI and SEO-ready website. Well, get seen, get found, get chosen with BVM Better Version Media. Check them out on YouTube at Better Version Media 1. That's the number 1 at Better Version Media 1. Looking for the ultimate wellness boost? Meet Alive Ozone Therapy Spa, Central Florida's first and only ozone therapy spa. From ozone therapy to red light therapy, halo therapy, presso therapy, PEMF grounding mats, and even in-house ozone-infused products, Alive Ozone Therapy Spa's got everything to help you feel amazing, inside and out. Repair, rejuvenate, and restore your body. Here's the number one reason to try Alive Ozone Therapy Spa, because they combine cutting-edge therapies with natural holistic care. Go online to AliveOzoneTherapySpa.com. Use the discount code BS10 for 10% off your services and products. Alive Ozone Therapy Spa, because feeling your best shouldn't be optional. Thanks to all of our sponsors. And with that being said, let's begin the show.
Welcome to the Honey, I Raised the Kids podcast.
It's about becoming empty nesters and starting a second life.
JasonBailey.com. It's a website.
And here's our life.
Yeah, there it is. Episode 107. It's the Honey, I Raised the Kids podcast. Podcast about us becoming empty nesters, starting our second lives. It's all on the BPX. The BPX is the Bailey Podcast Exchange. That is 3 different shows, 5 days a week, one feed, all the content that you need. The best in the world. Get your details, jasonbailey.com. And in order to get all the shows, you got to subscribe, and the only way to subscribe is on jasonbailey.com. You can't do it through Spotify, can't do it through Apple, can't do it through iHeart, can't do it through YouTube. You have to go to jasonbailey.com to get the sub episodes, and you unlock them. A little lock goes blink, clonk. Thanks to all of our great sponsors. Adding a bunch of new sponsors here in the next couple of weeks. Very excited to share that information with you. Really, really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. The merch store and all of our socials, jasonbailey.com. All right. Thanks for being here. My name is Jason Bailey. There's my lovely, beautiful, tired wife, Rachel Guy.
Hey, y'all.
Cold.
You're freezing me out up here tonight.
Freezing me out up here tonight.
I got Darth Vader blankie. You're freezing me out.
You got
Like
hair.
a popsicle. Oh, look at me. I'm a disaster. Oh, where is that? Oh, look at that guy.
You better get
oh my God.
You better get all vanitied up. We got our big trip coming up.
I know. You're gonna take me to listen, you're gonna take this homeless woman to Palm Beach? Yeah, you are.
So
I'm about to make you real proud.
Our newest therapy at Alive Ozone Therapy Spa is called non-invasive skin rejuvenation therapy. The short answer is it's a facelift, but
it's a non-invasive facelift.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. There's no pain. It actually feels good. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So our whole thing at Alive is non-invasive. So for those people out there that are pumping poisons in their body or sitting through pain and paying a ridiculous amount of money, we can do it pain-free and it's less cost actually in the long run.
Yeah.
So the company that makes this machine called the Everest is a company called Cartessa. And it just happened to be when we bought the machine just recently, they're putting on this big conference and it's in South Florida. It's like West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
And they're having it at the Four Seasons. We don't get out much.
You're going to take me real homeless to the Four Seasons.
You and me both, dude. I mean,
I'm a show out for you.
It's not I turn it into a game, with these types. And I don't know, I'm judging before I get there. I mean, everybody could be great. I have no idea, but I'm not a big fan of standing around people that are bragging about who they are, what they do. And most of it's all lies and stuff like this. I'm assuming it's going to be a lot of that, but I could be totally wrong.
I mean, that's more the kids side of things, like the younger sales and that kind of stuff. But that's not really why we're there. We're there for like the speakers and the education, and they have like some classes, and then they have all of the other machine tutorials and that kind of thing. So it's really just that part that we're there for.
A lot of gay guys probably, huh?
Oh, sure, yeah.
I mean, I have no problem with gay guys.
And Botox, like plastic ladies.
Yeah.
Lots of Botox.
And the only reason I say that, again, just to make it very clear, I've got no problem with gay guys. I got a lot of gay friends.
You're so dumb.
It's if I'm on like one of these classes and I'm being educated, I'm going to be like the only straight guy.
No.
I
know a lot of sales guys probably, but
probably going to have
doctors, you'll be good.
Touch some dudes.
Why?
I don't know, to fit in.
Why are you touching dudes?
To fit in.
That does.
If I'm surrounded by guys that touch guys and I don't touch guys, I'm going to have to take one for the team and touch a guy.
I would like to see this. All right. You know what? Fine. I will video all of the above. Y'all get ready.
I'm just taking.
It's like taking a monkey out in public. Dance. Let's go. It's going to be real fun.
Look, I'm doing it for you.
I know.
Yeah. So.
And I'm doing it for you. I'm taking you out in public.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always actually, you know what? It's selfish. It's for me.
It is for it. Totally is for you.
I know, because when I take you out in public, it is always entertaining for me.
Oh, well, this whole trip is really for you. I could have gone without it.
Yeah. I wanted the education side of it, the classes and stuff.
But I got my new pants.
Yeah.
I finally found some pants.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm like so fat.
They're not Members Mark pants this time.
No, but the Members Mark pants at Sam's Club were fine, but she wouldn't let me wear them.
We're going to Palm Beach. You can't wear Sam's Club pants.
Who knows?
At the Four Seasons.
Nobody knows. It's not like it has on the butt.
I'm telling everybody.
Juicy Members Mark.
That's what I'm going to say. Hey, you see that juicy butt over there? That's a Members Mark butt. That Members Mark ass, that one's mine.
Well, look,
don't worry, ladies.
Look, these possibly pretentious people can surround me and judge me all they want, but I'll tell you this, they're not allowed to get in to the Sam's Club because I will be the only member and I'm a mark for Sam's Club.
You're such a nerd.
So they can come over and judge me and I'll be like, oh,
I'm ready.
Where's your cover charge to get into the Sam's Club? Because you're not wearing my tight pants. I got my tight pants on.
So after a couple drinks, ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. There will be video.
Mm.
There always is.
Yeah. I mean, it should be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Topic of conversation.
Okay.
Sex.
Okay.
But not what you think.
Okay.
So I went to CVS this
Okay.
evening.
And we're talking about sex and CVS.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm standing in line
Mm-hmm.
waiting to get our UPS package
Correct.
because CVS does that now.
Mm-hmm.
So behind the counter, like CVS has gotten rid of tobacco, but they have Zyn.
Did they ever have tobacco?
Oh, yeah. Back in the day,
Oh,
like
I don't
a
even
couple
know
years
that.
ago.
Oh, okay.
So behind the counter,
Mm-hmm.
they have a large printer.
Mm-hmm.
They have Zyn, bunch of Zyn, right?
Okay.
Then they have Nicorette gum that's in a
Okay.
case.
Okay.
Okay. Then next to it, they have shelves, and above the shelf, just printed out on a piece of paper with the UPS sign says UPS access point with an
Okay.
arrow pointing down.
All right.
And on the shelves, it has the UPS boxes. For some reason, on the same shelves, they have vibrators that they sell.
Oh, shut up. That's hilarious.
CVS sells vibrators.
Are they labeled vibrators? Or are they called personal massagers? Or what are they called?
It said vibrator.
Oh, dang.
They had purple and they had pink and they had yellow.
Oh, dang.
And they had a whole thing behind the counter where you can see plain as day
Ding dings.
ding dings, fake
Vibrating ding dings.
battery operated ding dings.
All right.
And this woman
CVS packages and ding dings.
was with her kid behind me,
Mm-hmm.
and her kid pointed at them
Oh, that's hilarious.
saying, "Mommy, can we get one?"
What?
He thought they were toys because they look like toys. You know what they look like? They look like Teletubbies on the box.
Oh, that's weird.
And the kid behind the counter laughed.
Uh-huh.
The mom behind the counter laughed. The
Oh,
kid
boy.
kind of was embarrassed because they were laughing at him.
How old was this kid?
About 9-ish.
Oh, boy.
And I felt bad for the kid.
Mm-hmm.
So then I wondered what that conversation in the car was like if the mother even had to explain it. And then my old school raised conservatively ways kicked into my head.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
And I got irritated because
Because they had ding dings on the shelf
yeah, like,
and the kid wanted to ding ding.
so if you go back to when I was a kid, you know, the most risque thing you could find at a store was a Playboy.
Uh-huh.
And then during my upcoming years, they decided to, you know, put Playboys in foil bags, and then they would put the, you know, cover over that area, and then they removed them from the section that you know, everybody could get to. I mean, at one time, believe it or not, in the 80s, Playboys and Penthouses were in the same magazine rack as everything else.
Yeah.
And then they moved them to behind the counter, or they start putting them in those cellophane bags.
So it's okay to have Playboys out in the public, out in the out, but no ding dings? No ding dings out in the out in my world.
No, let me finish explaining. So that was then, and then we progressed to saying, okay, that's not good for kids, which I agree.
Okay.
And then they moved them to behind the shelves, and I don't even think stores sell them anymore. I don't even know if they print them anymore, to be honest with you. So that was like the worst case scenario. Now, if you went into, you know, a mom pop video store and you went into the blue room, you know, behind the beat it curtains, right? But, you know, they usually had a watchful eye so kids couldn't get back there. And you might say, but those were the only real risks, you know, and then there was no cable television.
Mhm.
Up north, you know, for a minute we had Super TV, and then cable TV came into play. And then, you know, parents had to start kind of monitoring the kids, but there was no porn. You know, if you wanted porn, you had to swap a VHS tape with your buddy, or look under the mattress and get your dad, or in my case, stepfather's Playboy.
Mm-hmm.
But it was well policed.
Not in 2026.
Right. So,
We're taking it back old school.
you know, I know the internet's out there and the kids and the
Sure.
internet, they can find anything. I get
Very
it.
easy access with that.
I get it. I just don't understand how CVS can sell
Neon ding dings.
vibrators behind the counter. I want to know like how that fits in with the store. I mean,
CVS?
literally there was a printer, there was Zins, there was Nicorette gum, there were UPS boxes, and then bright colored Teletubby looking vibrators.
Well, you just didn't know that. I mean, you get your vibrators, Teletubby vibrators behind the counter, but if you go down aisle 2, that's where the KY jelly is. So it fits.
When did CVS become a sex shop?
I mean, they have always sold lube at CVS. It's a like pharmacy kind of store. You can get all that kind of stuff there.
I understand that,
And
but
you can get condoms there too.
it's not a sex.
You can get pregnancy tests there.
I understand.
All things that involve the ding ding.
It's not a sex store. Vibrators are, they're not used for anything else other than.
What if you want to by yourself? And you don't want to use the condoms. You just want to go neon ding ding vibrating.
Who would think to go to CVS to get it?
I don't know, but I guess you can in Deltona, Florida. Welcome.
I was blown away that CVS had vibrators behind the counter. Plain as day, too.
Maybe you should petition for them to also carry Playboy magazines.
Well, they,
Just add to it right next to the vibrating ding dings.
I guess from a business standpoint, I want to know where the demand is.
Maybe they bought out Brookstone's stock.
No, they weren't Brookstone.
Didn't Brookstone go out of business?
Yeah, no, they're not Brookstone. They're like
just like
they're just
Chinese
made ding dings.
Chinese ding dings.
But like, what is the demand that CVS had, that the big boss of CVS said, you know what? We're going to add a product to our shelves. We'll keep it behind the shelves.
Oh.
We're going to do Zin, Nicorette. We're going to start doing UPS. And then we're going to find shelf space on the UPS shelves to put bright colored Teletubby looking vibrators.
So question, are CVS stores owner operators?
I don't think so.
Are they not like they're franchises?
I don't think
and they
so.
have rules?
I don't
or
think so.
Are they like,
I think they're I mean, I think that it's a CVS and you work at CVS.
But the person that owns the CVS is the person that owns the CVS. They don't have rules on what they have to have there.
They're not owner operated.
So
It's a company that has stores that you work there.
so CVS is like the CVS guy.
Across the board. Yes.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure. I'd be shocked if that weren't the case.
Yeah, because I wonder if it's like, you know how Ace Hardware is,
Yeah.
it's Ace Hardware, but each one is owned.
No, I get it.
by
I
the
know
own
what
people?
you're saying, but no, I don't think that's the case.
Because what if that's like the person that owns it is just a freak?
Now, I think CVSs are CVSs, and somebody made the call and said, hey, look, we're not only going to start, giving people their boxes from UPS,
Mm-hmm.
but we're also going to start carrying fluorescent colored Teletubby looking vibrators.
So maybe that CVS in Deltona is a little struggle bus for the area, for where it is.
Big
And they-
demand in Deltona, Florida.
Right. And so maybe
Mm.
they needed some extra revenue streams.
Mm.
We can't be judgy on that side of things. We like all the revenue streams.
Right.
And so UPS is a revenue stream. And then Chinese ding dings
Mm-hmm.
is another revenue stream. So you got CVS 1,
Mm-hmm.
UPS 2, Chinese ding ding 3. That's 3 whole revenue streams.
Or they just looked at the women coming into the Deltona CVS and thought that they needed a release. They weren't getting it.
You need a Chinese ding ding. You need a Chinese ding ding.
That was the demand.
You
They looked at the women coming into the CVS in Deltona, Florida. They're like, you know what? This is really not our thing, but these women need it.
Let's let it go, ladies. Let it go.
So so anyway, my point is that because, and I don't want to get too deep into this with Ariel, but
How did this come to Ariel?
well, so I'm thinking of that kid, right?
Mhm.
And would this be an opportune time for that mother
Mhm.
to kind of ease her way into the birds and the bees conversation?
Was it a little boy or
Yeah,
girl?
it was a
It was a
boy.
boy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they probably like that's a dad conversation.
Yeah.
So I guarantee you what she did was she was like, we're going to talk to your dad when we get home and let him handle it. And he would have handled it the exact same way you handled Caleb and his booby pictures on his phone.
Right.
Where you're like, ha, 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 high five, funny. Don't let your mom find him again.
Yeah. So my point is that, like, and I'll tell the Caleb story here in a second, but I was trying to think of when I was growing up, that supposedly infamous birds and the bees conversation.
Did you have that? Because my parents never had that with me. Shocker.
I think after Generation X, that became non-existent.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think the internet kind of took the role of that.
Killed it.
Yeah, the internet was where I think after Gen X, kids got the birds and the bees, probably in all the wrong ways. And then adults and trusted folk
we didn't have a ton of
just icinged it.
Yeah,
I
guess we didn't have a ton of internet access like my age. I mean, we were like the like we were there, but it wasn't like it was still dial up.
So I think my first stepdad tried to have the conversation with me.
Ooh, how was that?
I don't remember, but I don't even remember if he did, but I'm pretty sure he tried and it went nowhere. I know my brother did. Like my brother talked to me about it. And I mean, he laid it out. He was like, you know how it works and you know this and you know what can happen if, you don't do this. Like he was pretty good at it. Right. And he for me was the perfect guy to do it.
Oh, okay.
But what he didn't know, just like I think most boys and probably most girls, is that you're already like 80% of the way as far as what you know. You might not know the specifics because you haven't been in training, but
you got it.
You understand
the idea.
You understand the rules because you've watched the game.
Sure.
So we had that Super TV, again, for those that aren't familiar with it, before cable television, just in Maryland, and I want to say maybe DC or Virginia, there was something called Super TV. If you listen to me on the radio, I've brought it up a couple times in the past, but it came on at 7:00. Like you would turn the switch on your television. You had a box, like a cable box, but you'd turn the switch and at 7:00 you get special programming, and 7 to 8 would be
when the titties came.
No, 7 to 8 was kind of fluff, like pre stuff before a movie, and then at 8:00 was your feature film, and it was a movie that was like a movie. When that went off the air, in the little TV guide that they had for Super TV, it then turned a light blue, which meant that it was pornography. So you would get,
that's when the titties came.
Yeah. Then you would get movies like Debbie Does Dallas.
Oh my God. They like legit put porn on the TV.
Yeah. And I remember one night,
I'm too young for that.
My friend Todd Bramble was staying over. I hadn't seen him in a while because we had moved away from that community, and he was over and I was like, hey, we'll sneak it. Cause you could only have the box in one room. And it was in the den downstairs, which was
Be quiet when we watch the vaginas.
Right. My first stepdad's den in his house. So we snuck downstairs on this extremely hard black leather couch.
Perfect.
And we go down there, we sneak down there, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to turn it on and, close the door.
You're watching porn with your fellow friend.
Yeah.
And you're talking about going to, you have been prepared for this conference weekend your whole life.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Please tell me what happened.
So
next.
we're watching it, but then we hear the creaks in the stairs.
Oh, shit.
Here comes Lloyd.
Oh, fuck.
All 14 Lloyd. Steps down. Boom, 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 boom.
Why is Lloyd so loud?
He was just loud.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, shit, turn it off. So we turned it off, and we literally hid on one side of the couch, like away from the door.
Right.
Like we just
like in an 80s movie.
Exactly that.
It was real.
We were so close to each other, and we were we were like 7 years old, I guess. 7 to 8 years old. And we're like next to the couch.
You were 7 years old trying to watch Dang Dangs?
Yeah.
My God.
And Lloyd comes in his tan terry cloth robe with nothing else.
Ew.
And he plops down on the couch.
Oh my God.
And he turns on Super TV and whatever was on.
Debbie Does Dallas and Lloyd.
And he has a drink. And I hear the ice cubes clanging against the glass.
Ew.
And you know, when you're a kid.
I know now why you're traumatized.
And when you're a kid, when you hide, it doesn't last for long, right? You eventually go, I'll just give up. I'll just give up. So, I mean, we were only like 5 or 10 minutes into whatever is on TV. I was like, oh, we're here. Sorry. Just
Before you start doing anything, let me leave, please.
We didn't even think about that. I was just afraid because I was terrified of this man. I was afraid he was going to kill me. And he was like, what are you doing down here? And I was like, oh, this isn't my room. Like one of those things. And he's like, well, you better get upstairs. He's like, I won't tell your mom you were down here. And I was like, I won't tell my mom you were down here.
Same, buddy.
Yeah, right back at you, whacker.
Please don't make me be a part of this.
So, when I was young, I was very curious about those types of things. Like I would make out with the tiles in the shower, and I would grind against our couch.
Yeah, I feel like you're a special case.
Yeah.
Just like that. You know what, ladies? I'm a lucky one. Mm-hmm. I am so very lucky.
Well, I was a boy and I was curious, right? So
is that what boys do?
Yeah. Can we stick like the point? The overall point is learning about it, right? Mm-hmm. And you go back to the CVS thing, and like that is as much as I don't think CVS should carry it, it's a prime opportunity to have that conversation. And I know this might be kind of like all null and void because the internet exists, but I think kids now are learning about that kind of stuff in all the wrong ways. Oh
yeah. And way earlier.
Yeah. And probably what they're seeing is demeaning to women, and they think that they're all porn stars and all kinds of crazy stuff.
When you put in women making love, then it's different kind of pornography.
Have you ever put that into Google?
No.
Okay, put that into Google and tell me what comes up.
Oh,
I don't think there's a porn site for women making love.
Oh, okay. Well, I was trying to be, I don't know.
So how did you learn? Like, did somebody how does it work with girls? Does somebody sit down and talk to you about it?
No, my parents did not talk to me about that. You do not have sex until you get married.
Oh,
period.
That's right.
End of story. Oh, hey, I got pregnant at 16.
Right, I forgot.
First timer. I'm a first timer.
Yeah, you are you're a trial and error kind of girl.
I mean, it wasn't a trial and error.
No,
it was trial, and I succeeded.
Yeah, you won. Yeah.
Yep, first time.
You're beginner's luck.
Winner. I did it.
Yeah.
Yep. No, we did not have those kinds of conversations in my house.
So did you even know what you were doing that night? Like, I mean, were you aware what could possibly happen?
I mean, it's not rocket science.
Well, if you don't know, it is.
No, I didn't really know what I was doing.
Yeah. Well,
but
what I'm saying is the repercussions. Like,
oh no, I mean, I'm sure that it was a conversation. You have, sex ed classes and all that kind of stuff. It's there, but not, I guess, a reality.
Like it wouldn't happen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
there wasn't enough TV shows for you to really think that was true.
No, not at all. No, I grew up on the Family Matters and what are all those other Full House shows. So no, that's not really
so for
you have sex, you're getting pregnant.
Our kids, and again, I got into the kids' lives when Ariel was 5 and Caleb was 10. So Caleb at 10, up until the infamous booby pictures, again, I'll get to that story in a second. Did anyone have a conversation with him?
Not about. No, he was 10. You had that conversation at 10.
What about 11 or 12?
You had all of those conversations with Caleb. You did those conversations.
Yeah, but it wasn't until the infamous booby picture.
Yeah,
Okay,
he wasn't doing any of that stuff until that time
that we knew of.
Yes.
Yeah. So here's
so once we recognized that he was like starting to be interested, then that's when those conversations happened.
So the infamous booby picture story with Caleb is we had just moved to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So this would have been 2012, 2012. Yeah. We were renting a house in, was it Mableton or something?
Yeah.
And Rach finds on his phone.
Oh my God, so many Tata pictures, just titties everywhere. And I wasn't ready. I didn't know. I would like,
and Caleb would have been 12 at this time.
Yes.
So that's about the age.
That's about right.
Yeah.
But I wasn't ready. There were so many.
And when we say there were a lot.
It was a fucking lot. It was so many.
Like, I don't think the cloud existed yet, but if it did exist,
all of his storage was gone.
He would have had to upgrade his service.
It was full of titties. Just a phone full of titties.
It was just a phone full of titties.
That's so many.
Nothing more, another. Like you would scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. There were never ending titties.
I mean, like all different kinds of titties.
Yeah.
But he did like good looking titties. And I'm like, I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm having a panic attack inside. Okay. Like a serious panic attack. And I go downstairs to you with his phone and I hand it to you. And I'm like, what the fuck do I do? What do I do? Oh my God. What do I do? This is your job. And you're looking at it.
And I'm like, these are good.
And you're like, whoa.
So in that case, you know, I'd only been in Caleb's life for like a year and a half or something like that. Mm-hmm. So there's a big responsibility now. I got to be that guy to go and do it, which it was cool. And I thought about it long and hard. And we had a couple situations like this when Caleb was young on how to handle it guy to guy, like mom to guy. It's going to be different.
Yes.
But guy to guy, you know, you don't want to what I didn't want to do was come across as a hypocrite because he would see right through it. Just like I saw through it as a kid, which made me even more rebellious.
Yeah. You can't be a hypocrite when you younger than him were humping couches.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
but you have to be a parent. And I mean, technically he did nothing wrong.
No, he didn't do anything wrong, but I didn't know how to handle it.
He was just curious. So, you know, I guess maybe you have to, anyway, the end result of this, I talked to him. It was cool. I understand.
Yeah. You laughed and were like, you know, hey, nice job, buddy. And high-fived him, and then you're like, hey, do me a favor. Next time, hide him a little better and, like, told him about making a folder or something and so that I couldn't find him. Just make sure your mom doesn't find him next time.
I told him to password protect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, and then you come downstairs and tell me that. I'm like, what the fuck?
What am I supposed to tell him? No more titties? Titties?
No titties in this house.
No titties until 18.
No.
Yeah.
It's fine.
At least he wasn't locking up a girl up there.
No, you handled it perfectly.
I thought so. I thought it was pretty good.
You handled it perfectly, and I did not have to have that conversation with my son, which is awkward because that's a dad conversation.
Yeah. So I wonder, you know, taking the story from CVS, taking our stories, I'm sure you watching / listening right now, if you're a parent, you have a story. Mm-hmm. And please leave it in the comments, whether you're watching on YouTube or Spotify or whatever platform you are. But most of our interaction is on the Spotify platform. But I'm curious, is that like you need kind of that something in order to have the conversation. It almost kind of softens the blow a little bit.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because again, I remember when my brother came to me and talked to me about the birds and the bees. I think I was like in 6th grade or something like that. Oh. And it was just awkward and weird. I appreciate it. And still to this day, I appreciate it, but it didn't really mean anything. Like I didn't have a visual, like I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But
you were a little young at that age to kind of get it.
See, I wasn't. That's the thing.
Oh.
Is I was
You were a freaking heathen.
I was surrounded by
Heathens.
people that were having sex, and
Oh my God.
yeah, when we were doing drugs and drinking and fighting.
See,
and
I was just,
stealing.
I was not doing those things at that age. You were a bad kid. And so I know why your mom is the way that your mom is. You were a bad kid.
That has nothing to do with it. Trust me.
But you were a bad kid. And then you were like crazy. Hey, you were like, none of our kids didn't do those things. I never did those things. You have a lot of crazy experiences that I've never had in my life.
Yeah,
I did not.
it was around me at the time, I guess.
No, I guess.
I don't know. It was kind of a thing. I mean, I
really wasn't a bad kid.
I was a quasi adult in 6th grade. I mean, the stuff that we were doing, and
Oh yeah, no way.
but I needed, like, whether to see it or hear it. Like I told myself, like I made the promise to myself when I was younger. I said, I'm not going to do what my friends are doing.
Mhm.
I'm going to wait to have sex. And I want it to be special. I want to lose
Yeah.
my virginity to somebody I love.
Well, was it?
It was.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
All right,
like,
so I work on the floor.
to the person I lost it to, yeah, I wouldn't have wanted it any other way.
Mhm.
And I had opportunities before, and I said no. And
Oh, look at you.
yeah, I mean, I
That's
did.
good.
Yeah, but that was just my makeup, my mentality.
Mhm. You are like that anyway. You're still like that.
I am. I
Yeah.
kind of wanted to do something. I'm not a fan of peer pressure, and I
Mhm.
like to see people's reaction when I do something different.
That's in your, like, literally in your DNA. You are that way.
Right. So that was to my benefit, obviously, in this
Mhm.
case. You know
Sure.
what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have any diseases. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. And then I stayed faithful for 6 years,
Mm-hmm.
for the most part. And so, yeah. Anyway, I go back to the kid at CVS. Let's just say he's 9 years old and he sees the fake ding dings across from the counter. Getting in the car, like, if I'm that mother, I'm going, whether I want to do it or dad, and maybe there's no dad in the picture. Either way, like, you as a mother, how do you explain that? Or do you not explain it at all?
So, I mean, it absolutely is situational. If you don't have an option, like having a you to say, dude, I don't know what to do. I don't know. How do I say this? He's a boy. Like, boys are totally different ball game than girls. Girls, I got it all day. Like, I'd have to process that and then get home and make a call or a couple calls to my girlfriends, or, like, you got to call a lifeline to talk it out before, like, let everything chill and settle, figure out what you're going to say, how you're going to come about it. Use those, like, freaking 3 lifelines. You got to have all different kinds of
I would think it would be
suggestions and then go.
I would think it'd be easier to have the conversation about the birds and the bees with that kid versus explaining a battery operated device.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's where
That's like next level.
that's where the lifelines come into play. Like, how do I go about this? You got to go at least 3. So you have 3 different oppositions here, like 3 different ways to go. And then you kind of take a little bit of everything and then go, like, calm time, end of the day, come in and sit down and, hey, let's have a little chat and then talk about it.
Yeah. I
guess.
As much as I love to confront things, I think I leave this one alone.
That's scary.
Yeah, I would leave this one alone. I like the fake ding ding is the next level. Like, you got to understand what sex is first. And you got to understand everything around that.
It's different because he's a boy.
And then you've got to understand, then you've got to explain why women are using battery operated ding dings.
It would be such an easier conversation, mother-daughter, than it would be mother-son.
Agree.
1,000%.
Agree.
I could absolutely have that conversation. Zero hiccups, 0 concerns with Ariel, and I could not with Caleb.
Because this boy, he might still think that babies come from the butt. And he's going, well, that's not fair. If she can use it, why can't I use it? You trying to tell me CVS only sells those for women? I can use it. And now you got this 9-year-old
You gotta teach him all kinds of dirty things. It's not
Wanting to
can't do
sit
it.
on one of these Teletubbies.
Oh my God.
Horrible.
You're very graphic right now.
Sorry.
That's
I wasn't trying
lot.
to be. Yeah, maybe. Sorry.
No.
I wasn't trying to be
Yeah.
graphic.
Ew.
Graphic.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, we're done with the birds and the bees conversation.
We're past that.
Did you have one with Ariel?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah. It was easy.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. You are never a part of that conversation.
Nope.
Sorry. Never.
Nope.
But that, for Caleb, yeah, tight work on the floor.
Oh, I did really well. I mean, the
Yeah,
girl at
you
school.
know what you
and-
did? Because there are no babies and he's 25.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Tight work on the floor.
Yeah.
You did good.
We can't afford grandkids.
He's not ready for a baby. No grandbabies. And he knows. And you know what he says? Because he'll call every once in a while and I'll be like, what? Oh, what are you going to tell me? And he's like, no, Mom, I wouldn't do that to you. Not yet. And I'm like, oh, good kid. Thank you. Not yet.
Yeah. You just have to instill fear in them and say, you know how expensive it is to raise a kid? All the stuff you like to do, just know.
So here's the next solidification for us is Ariel turns 21 very soon, and she will officially be the age I was when I had her.
Yeah.
So that puts life in perspective for her. And she's like, I'm good. I like living my best life at University of Alabama. Roll Tide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she likes to live her best life. And to
Her friends aren't knocked up. Like she doesn't have any friends.
No.
Even from high school.
It's not a thing
Yeah.
anymore.
It's God, what did
No, because they all like girls. Because nobody wants to get pregnant.
I got to ask our friend Nicole, also our patient and our massage therapist now, I guess. She was over today giving me a massage, and
she has 2 girls.
Yeah, I've got to text her and ask her what the term is. I'll bring it up on the BS this week.
Mm-hmm.
She was telling me about this term that the younger generation use when it comes to marriage. They don't believe in one marriage. They believe in multiple marriages. Like
what?
You know, the like kind of joke bit that I've been using for years. Like, I think everybody should get divorced once.
Yeah.
Because it's
the first
like,
times for practice.
Yeah. It's like your first car, you know,
Yeah.
It's kind of a bit, but there is some truth to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, she was telling me about her life story and whatnot and husbands and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow we got there because we started talking about her kids.
Yeah.
And she then said, use this term. And it's like something jumper or something. It's this term about how
I have to ask her.
the younger generation purposely get married to get divorced so they can practice for their next marriage. And I'm like,
that's funny.
I'm like,
oh, smart job, kids.
Like, really? I go, okay, so religion's out the door.
Yeah.
Right. We're not even dealing with religion.
Yeah, not really.
And I was like, that's interesting. I'll bring it up on the BS this week and I'll get more details on. I'll do some research.
Do some research.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. We got to get ready. We got to go. Listen to the shows this week. You will enjoy them. Make sure that you're subbed up so you can get Tuesday and Thursday's episode of the BS. I think I make it pretty clear. The only way to get those episodes is you've got to go to jasonbailey.com. Yes, there is a small fee. Yes, it goes to the greater good. Yes, I appreciate it immensely. Thank you in advance, but I don't want you to miss out on any of the shows, especially if this is like part of your listening habit. You get in the car in the morning on Mondays, you got Honey, I Raised the Kids. And then you're like, well, what do I do on Tuesdays and Thursdays? Well, if you enjoy Wednesday's show of the BS, it's that Tuesday and Thursday. So then you have those 4 days covered. And then you finish out the week with me and Rick Morris with the Vinyl Road podcast. So that's the goal. It's always been the goal, but I can't do the goal unless you're subscribing to get all of the episodes. So if you could please do that, much appreciado, right? That's Spaniard. Thanks, dude.
Something like that.
Thanks, dude. All right. JasonBailey.com. And please give some love on social media. post, repost, regurgitate, comment, do something, get, YouTube, subscribe to the channel. That's free. Make sure you're signing up for the newsletter on Fridays and stuff. I cannot wait probably in the next week or so to make some pretty cool announcements, some progress in this whole thing we call the BPX. Other than that, you got anything before we get out?
Hey, I'm going to give you a little splash of road trip Tourette's.
Oh, geez.
I know you're ready.
Yeah. All right. Enjoy the shows this week. Have yourself a great, safe rest of your day. If you're going to be doing some drinking, I understand. I get it. If you've had too much, please don't get behind the wheel. The carb lost way too many friends like that. Do not want to see that happen to you. And sure the shit, don't be posting it on social media. You little friends like that. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Welcome to the Honey, I Raised the Kids podcast.
It's about becoming empty nesters and starting a second life.
JasonBailey.com. It's a website.
That's it for now. Goodbye.
3 different shows, 5 days a week, 1 feed, details, and to subscribe, JasonBailey.com.